We all know from basic economics that when the supply is high and the demand is low, price drops. That is a scenario we are witnessing in today's job market. Take, for example, LinkedIn. Whenever there's a job opening, you won't be surprised to see hundreds of applications in less than no time. This has made employers to be very strict in their selection process. Before, it was sufficient for you to just write on your CV you're good with Python or Arrow or any of the AI and data skills. Today, it's no longer sufficient. Employers want to assess those skills because they need to be sure that you're good at those skills. So there are two ways of assessing the skills. It's either if you're granted the opportunity to bypass maybe the first interview and you go to the technical interview, then they can either give you a project or something to do in order to assess your skills. Or the second option is what I recommend, which is you give them the opportunity to assess their skills even before the interview. In the next few minutes, I'm going to present to you two important assets you are supposed to have in addition to your conventional CV. We want a scenario where even while you're sleeping, employers should be able to assess your skills so that they can call you for interviews. Without any further ado, let me take you to my lab to showcase you these two important assets I want you to have when applying for job opportunities. The first asset I will introduce to you is an online technical CV. This is different from your conventional CV. Reason being that your conventional CV, you're limited to 1 or 2 pages and you cannot really elaborate on your skills. The best you can do is you can only say, I'm good at Python or visualization or Power BI or whatever the AI or technical skills. With such CVs, it is difficult for an employer to assess your skills, right? That's why if you're lucky, they'll give you the opportunity to come for an interview where they can assess your skills. But I want to recommend this other type of CV, which is you can call it a technical CV or a portfolio of your projects. It's a CV that lives online. You can clearly see URL to my own online CV. I've taken the format of a regular CV, but the difference is it lives online, and you clearly see I have my personal information, my educational background, my work experience. For some of you that you're trying to transition into AI and data, you might not have work experience. So I will highly recommend you do a lot of projects. That is something I've really taken my time the past few weeks to really elaborate on. If you haven't watched those videos, I invite you to go back and watch those videos, how you can build work experience from home. Okay, these are some of the projects I did from home without, it wasn't related to any company, but actually what I was trying to show to employers is that I'm good with certain skills. Let's say, for example, an employer is interested in assessing my visualization skills. Then you clearly see I've done 2 projects for visualization. Now, with an online CV, this gives them the opportunity to come here and they click on it, and it will take them to a GitHub portfolio or to a GitHub repository where all my codes concerning that specific project are being hosted. And this is something you need to be good at, documenting your repositories, not just piling codes and you don't give someone the direction on how to navigate your repository. So you clearly see I do have a background of the project. What was the research question and data set description, the steps I took. So I took, this is something most of you skip when you're doing visualization. You just jump into start having visuals, but you first of all have to design something and you present to employers and ask them if this would make sense to them and they agree before you get into implementation. Now, but these are the results. You clearly see I do have some results here, and they can actually assess that truly the fact that I've written on my CV, I'm good with visualization. They can actually see that, yes, I'm truly good with visualization. This now gives me an upper edge when with respect to the other candidates, because with the other candidates, they are only hoping that the employer will call them for a technical interview for them to showcase the skills. But for me, the employer already has an opportunity to assess my skills while I'm sleeping. I don't need to be there. This is something that lives online, is 24/7 online. So the employers can assess those skills online. So this is normally a technical portfolio of your projects. So what I want to also introduce to you, or maybe before I introduce, is so I've done what's called like a template which you can leverage. This something is free online. You can go I'm going to provide you the quotes, the link to this portfolio where you can, it's a starting point for you. You can use this and you build your online CV. For those of you that are good at GitHub, then you can just go. You know what to do. You need to fork this and everything change. Put everything that you need to change, and your CV will be hosted online. So this is just a template. You see, I've given you a section to write something about yourself. You put your contact information. If you have some experience, you put your experience, education, projects. You do put some projects and your skills. So it's just like a regular conventional CV, but the difference is it lives online. This is important, especially for you that don't have work experience, because you can actually really emphasize on the project section and put the link to the repository where an employer can access those skills. So this is one important asset that is free as of now for you to use for those that can use GitHub. The second asset, somehow I've already presented it, but it's also another template that I've designed for you, which you can use it to document AI and data projects. There is a specific way you need to document AI and data projects. So you see there's a structure of the repository where, for example, I've created a folder where you need to host all your data. But take note, normally you should not host data online except you've been given it's a free data set online that you got from somewhere, then you can host the data online. Also, you see the structure, you have a doc section, all your notebooks, results, source codes, and everything. Then also, you need to really document everything, how someone can use this code. So as of today, as I'm speaking, this template is online. It's free for you to start leveraging it. Let's say if you have been watching my um, videos for the past few weeks, I've been talking about you working on projects and hosting them on GitHub. If you were thinking of how you need to structure and how to document your codes, this is a repository where you can use as a template already and start executing projects and hosting them online. So when you execute and host them online, all what you need to do is you need to get the URL, the URL code for each project, and you put them in your portfolio. So when you come to projects, you put them in your portfolio. Now, if you are not good with GitHub, that is the reason why I'm organizing. So I'm going to switch. That is the reason why I'm organizing a 4-week AI and data fast track project. For those that are going to be part of this project, I'm going to use those templates and help you document. First of all, you need to have an online CV. So we're going to have an online CV for you as part of the project. And also we'll utilize the AI and data templates to execute a project and document that project online. There are a lot of stuff I'm still doing in preparation for this. This is going to be a 4-week fast track project. So, like I mentioned, the launching is this Wednesday, 22nd of May at 8 p.m. process time. I'm going to take my time during that launching to explain to you all what we will be doing for the next 4 weeks. For those that will partake, I'll help you to utilize these templates and come up with something, at least a starting point for you, so that you can, on your own, do a lot of projects and have a very good online CV, which will give employers the opportunity to assess your skills. This is very important in AI and data. The job market, like I said, is becoming very, very competitive, and you need to do something extra. You need to go one step further than a regular candidate. And having such assets are very, very important. You might have written on your CV that you're good with GitHub, Git and GitHub. With you showcasing this on your CV, then you give a different mindset to the employer to think that, okay, you're not only just talking, but you have evidence that you're good with Git and GitHub. So just to summarize, these are two very important assets you need to have when applying for jobs. And so on your conventional CV, you're going to put a line for each project that you have done. You can put a line on your conventional CV that gives access to these online projects. Alternatively, you can write at the top of your conventional CV that to access my technical portfolio or my technical CV, click here, so that employers can go online and actually see some of your technical skills and assess you even while you're sleeping. So don't forget, if you need help, make sure you partake in the upcoming project. There's quite a lot I still have to introduce you to, But for those that are going to partake in this project with me, you really have the ability, and I will show you how to do most of these things for your first time so that you can pick up subsequently. Thank you.